Some surprising new details just came out regarding Roman Reigns, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Randy Orton, Uncle Howdy, and much more. Let's start things off with some very shocking news for Roman Reigns. Ever since the middle of 2022, Roman Reigns has been a part-time WWE superstar, which basically just means that he has a lighter schedule with limited dates. And some fans have a problem with the limited schedule, especially for a world champion, because that means that the title could go several months without being defended. Crown Jewel will be Roman's 5th televised title defense of the entire year. But similar to Brock Lesnar's part-time schedule from the late 2010s, everyone expects Roman Reigns to be present at WWE's biggest 4 shows of the year, which includes Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Now, Roman has appeared at the first 3 events so far this year, with Survivor Series being the last big event of the year that's quickly approaching. Everyone thought that it'll be a no-brainer that Roman Reigns would be on the show in some capacity. But new reports claim that Roman has been pulled from the show and is no longer being advertised for Survivor Series, which is a move that really surprised fans, since this is one of the bigger shows that Roman usually never misses. But with Roman now scheduled to miss Survivor Series, it looks like that officially puts an end to everyone wondering if we'll see a world champion versus world champion match at Survivor Series. So it appears that WWE will now be headlining Survivor Series with the War Games match. It could be very similar to last year's formula of one War Games match for the women and the other one for the men, but this time around with a Raw versus SmackDown theme. It's also being reported that when WWE leaves a big name off of an event, it's usually a good sign that they're really confident with the card, that they believe in everything, and that it will be fine. So Roman Reigns may no longer be at Survivor Series, but there's a lot of big return rumors still floating around for massive individuals like Randy Orton and CM Punk. So maybe that's the big surprise that will carry the event without Roman Reigns. It could be just like Extreme Rules 2022, where it was just an ordinary event with Roman Reigns not being booked on the show at all. But the event was basically headlined by Bray Wyatt's return, and that had a lot of fans hyped. So, very similar idea here. Sure, there's no Roman, but maybe we do get one of those big returns that will still have everyone pretty pumped. It's also being reported that if it is true and Roman Reigns never gets added to Survivor Series here in the coming weeks, then his next premium live event title defense could end up being Royal Rumble 2024. Speaking of those rumored Survivor Series returns, there's some mini updates for both of them. Wrestling Observer Radio claims that there's allegedly been no setbacks during Randy Orton's preparation to return to the ring, and he's reportedly still expected back within the next 4 weeks. It was also reported weeks ago that Survivor Series week was the goal set in mind for Randy's return, and so far, it seems like that's still the goal, and he's still on pace for it. There's no confirmation on if Randy Orton will show up at Survivor Series itself, or the Raw and SmackDown episodes after the event. The only thing that's been reported is that the return will take place sometime within that week. And on the other side of that big rumored return is CM Punk. CM Punk was recently asked during an interview if he'll be at Survivor Series 2023, and he jokingly responded and said that the event is sold out, so it'll be pretty hard for him to grab a ticket. It's a pretty weird question to ask anyone in that situation, similar to CM Punk, because whether it's true or not, no one's gonna just blurt out their return status on a random interview. So of course you're gonna get a joking response like that one. But that's the latest there for the biggest rumored names to make a return to WWE heading into Survivor Series. There's no Roman Reigns, but rumors of Randy Orton and CM Punk continue to run wild for Survivor Series season. Speaking of cancellations and things being pulled, that brings us to another new report for the status of Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. Just a few weeks ago, reports were all claiming that there was a lot of great conversations going on about the plans for Uncle Howdy to lead the Wyatt Six and keep that story going to honor Bray's legacy. And with Nikki Cross's recent trance on Raw, that really had fans wondering if that story was about to unfold. But new reports are now claiming that all Uncle Howdy and Wyatt Six plans have unfortunately been scrapped. So things may be put on pause there for now, but at least there's some stories starting up for Nikki Cross's story that should be interesting to keep an eye on. After losing the NXT Women's title, Becky Lynch has officially dropped her big farewell message to the brand. She had this to say on Instagram, quote, "The NBXT era has come to an end. I'm immensely proud of my run as NXT Women's Champion. From getting to step in the ring with some of the finest up-and-comers to open challenges on Raw, and being a catalyst for highlighting the wealth of hungry talent we have on our roster." End quote. Becky also said Lyra is the real deal, and that the future is in good hands. So it looks like Becky's message officially marks the end of this full-time run for her in NXT. She's not going after a rematch or appearing on NXT anymore every week, like she's been doing over the last few weeks. Her job is done, and now she's returning to Raw. And now Becky Lynch is all freed up and cleared to start a new program with anyone on Raw. Becky went straight from her long Trish Stratus feud right into this NXT run. So Becky hasn't been freed up like this from a storyline perspective since the beginning of the year. It's a clean slate for her with nothing going on. So WWE will have to find something new and exciting for her to do here on Raw. No one expects Becky Lynch to go right after Rhea Ripley this soon, but there's still a handful of great potential non-title feuds that she could take part in with the women that she has plenty of history with. Becky Lynch could start something up with Shayna Baszler, who she's no stranger to at all. Becky and Shayna had a heated feud that ended with a WrestleMania match back in 2020. So that could be something to revisit. Becky could also look to start something with Zoe Stark, who gave Becky a lot of trouble during that Trish Stratus feud. But that seems unlikely because Becky and Zoe already spent a lot of time with each other this year, so no real point in revisiting that. But Becky starting something up with Nia Jax could be extremely interesting for both women. Nia and Becky were on opposite sides of that huge history-changing moment back in 2018, where Nia accidentally broke Becky's nose. And everyone knows the story. It's basically because of that broken nose that the WrestleMania 35 main event became a real possibility. So Nia could claim to be the creator of Becky's success, and it could lead to a great feud that has lots of rich history behind it. So there's a lot for Becky Lynch to still do on Raw before she eventually comes for Rhea Ripley and the Women's World Title, because she definitely will come for it. It's been teased several times already this year, and that can't be for no reason. That match is definitely happening, but much down the line is what fans expect. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.